concept of anthropos, Greek anthropos, often translated as the archetypal man or primal man, holds a significant place in Valentinian cosmology. However, it is crucial to interpret anthropos not as a literal individual or person, but as an aspect or attribute of the divine Pleroma. This reinterpretation aligns with the broader Valentinian framework, where Aeons represent divine attributes rather than distinct beings. Anthropos as an aspect of the Pleroma. In Valentinian thought, the Aeons collectively constitute the Pleroma, the fullness of divine attributes emanating from the Father through the Son. Anthropos, as one of the Aeons emanating from the Son, reflects the archetype of divine humanity. Rather than being a distinct person, Anthropos symbolizes the manifestation of the divine in a form that represents the unity and wholeness of existence. The Valentinian system often employs metaphorical and symbolic language, and anthropos functions as a model or archetype. This archetype is reflected in the cosmos and in the assembly of spiritual attributes, represented by ecclesia, church. Together, anthropos and ecclesia form a syzygy, or paired aeons, that embodies the harmony between individuality and collectivity within the divine. Fragment 5 in the model-image relationship. A key Valentinian fragment explores the relationship between the model, anthropos, and its reflection in creation. As much as the image is inferior to the living person, so is the world inferior to the living aeon. What is the cause of the image? The greatness of the person who provided the model for the painter so that he might be honored through his name. For the form was not regarded as equal to the original, but the name filled out what was lacking in the artifact. For the invisibility of God as well contributes to faith in the created work. This fragment emphasizes that anthropos is not a literal figure, but a conceptual archetype. The image refers to the cosmos, or the spiritual seed within humanity, which reflects the archetype but does so in a diminished and derivative form. The name compensates for this deficiency, indicating the symbolic and representational nature of anthropos in Valentinian cosmology. Anthropos and ecclesia in the syzygy of the Pleroma. The Valentinian system frequently groups aeons into syzygies, or pairs, to emphasize their interrelated attributes. Anthropos is paired with ecclesia as the third syzygy of the first ogdoad within the Pleroma. This pairing reflects the idea that divine attributes are both individual and collective. The spiritual seed, often described in Valentinian texts, represents the image of anthropos distributed across humanity. Collectively, this spiritual seed constitutes ecclesia, the assembly or community that mirrors the Pleroma. This concept is elaborated in the Valentinian exposition. That tetrad projected the tetrad, which is the one consisting of word and life and man and church. Now the uncreated one projected word and life. Word is for the glory of the ineffable one, while life is for the glory of silence, and man is for his own glory, while church is for the glory of truth. This, then, is the tetrad begotten according to the likeness of the uncreated, tetrad. Here, anthropos, man, serves as an archetype for the glory of individual divine attributes, while ecclesia, church, represents their collective assembly. The Father as archetypal man. In some Valentinian traditions, the Father himself is referred to as man. Irenaeus recounts that certain Valentinians identified the first Father with the archetypal man, interpreting anthropos as the manifested image of the Father. Some Valentinians named the first Father himself man. This position probably arose as an inference from the premise that a primal man figure is the manifested image of the Father. Hence, the Father must himself be the very first archetypal man. This interpretation underscores that anthropos is an attribute or aspect of the Father's nature rather than a distinct individual. The archetype reflects the unity and wholeness of the Father as manifest in the Pleroma and, by extension, in creation. Conclusion. Anthropos as an aeon in Valentinian cosmology should not be viewed as a literal person, but as an aspect of the Pleroma that represents divine humanity. This archetype is mirrored in the cosmos and in the collective spiritual assembly, ecclesia, emphasizing the interconnectedness of individual and collective divine attributes. Through this interpretation, anthropos embodies the unity and harmony of the divine, offering a symbolic model for understanding the relationship between the ineffable Father, the Son, and the Pleroma.